Hi, this is going to be a message for your highest good. So, this is going to be a twin flame reading. Um, so, the first card I pulled was the Ten of Swords, which is an ending. So, maybe some aspect of the relationship has ended more recently. Maybe it's a no contact situation. And more recently, you have leaned back into yourself, maybe a creative pursuit. Um, really loving on yourself, which I think is really important on a twin flame journey because it can be so tumultuous and so all over the place where you almost have no other choice but to pour back into yourself. And I was saying that in my reading yesterday, and how crucial it is and how important it is to make sure that you're pouring into yourself, to fill your own cup first before you pour into anyone else's, right? Because you can't pour from an empty cup. So I think after this ending, it could have been very abrupt. It could have come almost out of nowhere. It kind of sent you into just weighing your options. You've been weighing your options. Seven of Cups was clarifying that Ten of Swords. So this, like, you might have just been like, all right, well, clearly this isn't working out. So I'm gonna have to reprioritize and figure out if this is even a thing at all, right? And so in the present, you have the Knight of Wands. So I feel like this is you. This is you kind of going like, all right, I'm going to take this into my own hands. I'm going to start pouring into my passion projects. I am going to start taking care of myself. I'm going to start booking those appointments that I need to book for my, those doctor checkups, whatever it is. I feel like you are, yeah, you're taking the reins back in your life. You're realizing, all right, whatever this love situation is, clearly is not meant to be unfolding the way I hope it would, right? Because of course we want to come into union. We want to be with our partner, but with divine timing, it's really a matter of making sure that you're pouring into yourself first. So that's what you're doing here with the Knight of Wands, and that's clarified by the Princess of Swords. And yeah, I really feel like this is you. This is your energy right now. Like this is you, kind of just like, all right, I'm just gonna try and do my own thing, and which I think is really going to pay off because in the future position is the King of Pentacles, and that is clarified by the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is all about fulfilling yourself, coming into inner union with yourself emotionally, right? And I feel like that is necessary in order to, really come together with this King of Pentacles. Now, it doesn't have to be a king, could be a queen, but this is just the energy that I'm picking up here. But in order to come into union with this person that we see as our King of Pentacles, this very grounded, I don't know, daddy energy for some reason, we need to pour into ourselves first. We need to love ourselves, right? And then we can have this kind of union where there's a balance of the masculine and feminine. There's like a true balance between the two. And we can come into union when we come into union with ourselves. And it's not until we decide to pour into ourselves first that we can come into divine union. So keep pouring into yourself and keep trusting in divine time. Um, it didn't work out at the time for a reason. And you're probably in separation right now, maybe even potentially no contact or low contact with your twin flame. But that does not mean that that is never going to come together in the future. It just means that right now you need to focus on you because you are the most important thing of your life. You're always going to have you, right? And in order to come into union with someone else, we need to be fully there for ourselves first, right? Because we don't want to have to lean on someone else to take care of us, right? Because that we don't want to end up in another codependent relationship, like maybe in the past you've been in codependent, enmeshed relationships where you have relied on your partner so heavily for just validation. So we need to learn how to validate ourselves first, right? So that's the message. Continue to pour into yourself, and union will happen in divine time. Just make sure that you are loving on you, because you are the most important thing in this world. And just keep loving on yourself. I'll see you in the next one.